But before we get to any of that, unfortunately, we do have to let a friend of the show on.
Yeah, an enemy of the people, some say.
But,
yeah,
Caitlyn Rodriguez.
Oh, thank you guys. Wow. Hey, everyone. This is my first time doing stand-up, so... Oh, thank you. Wow. I am a little nervous, but, like, I played volleyball at the Social Anime Club, so, like, this should be a piece of cake, right? Right? Okay, cool. So let's do, like, a little classic icebreaker. I'm Caitlyn Rodriguez, for those who don't know me, and I'm from Pearsall, Texas. Anyone from Pearsall tonight? Yeah. And I'm an RTF major. Any RTF majors? There we go. There we go. You know, RTF is truly an interesting field of study. I mean, you watch movies, you write about movies, you listen to men shun you for not watching Fight Club and American Psycho. Fine, I'll watch the factory workers leave the Lumiere studio. Fine, whatever. Wow. Anyways, it's amazing, but honestly, growing up, I didn't want to be a filmmaker. I know. It's shocking. But let me back that up even more. Okay, so when I was around 5 to 7 years old, I was in the competitive world of pageants. Oh, I know, God. You know, the contests where adult men rate children based on who wears the best bathing suit, and then who can say, I want world peace. The best. Honestly, it sounds like the best way for a politician to pick their partner. So, anyways, I never won any of the huge awards or money, but I did win Best Performer a couple of times, not to flex or anything. Granted, my little brother was Mr. San Antonio at the age of 4, but did he get Best Performer? Best Performer? No, he didn't. I don't think so. So, I guess I've always had this, like, thing for entertainment, which is exactly why, growing up, I wanted to be a rock polisher. Yes, a rock polisher. I thought it was gonna be the coolest thing in the world, just me and grinding down some amethyst, you know. Welcome back, Rebecca Sugar. So, I soon put together that that's not really a job. So I started looking into other options, and eventually I started participating in theater. Oh, I know, just all these oohs. My school wasn't a super big art center, so I only was able to participate in, like, one-act play to get my theater rush. Boo, one act. And while I was, like, in theater, I actually was awarded Best Actress. Yes, awesome. Oh, thank y'all. And this award was soon changed so that, like, more than one actor or actress could win, so they ended up changing it to Best Performer, which I won. What a coincidence. Please cheer. Thank you. So, like, with all of this in mind, I think I finally found my passion. I was going to be a JAG officer. Yes, the Air Force Judicial System, here I come. Spoiler alert, I ended up becoming an RTF major. But, like, I don't regret it. I love Austin. It's actually where I first saw the first concert I ever saw. And I know I'm doing stand-up, but please don't laugh at this. I got to see AJR. Yeah, mixed reactions, yeah. And I think that's definitely going to be the widest thing I've said all night. Speaking of which, this may come to a surprise to you all, but I'm actually Hispanic. Shout out to the Hispanic people in the audience. Yes. So, like, when I get those job applications or any applications, I always stare at the question that says, are you Hispanic? I really got to look at it. I mean, like, my last name is actually Rodriguez, and it's not a stage name, otherwise I'd be, like, really trying to roll the R's. Right? So, I mean, I do check the box, and then I also check the following box that states that I'm white. So that's just the kind of Latinx I am. And growing up in a small Hispanic community, there were many challenges I had to face, specifically going to, like, Mexican restaurants. At those restaurants, it was always such a mental battle. And it wasn't even about, like, choosing the food, but like how to pronounce things. Oh my God. I mean, every time it was like, what can I get for you guys? And my friends would be like, oh, I'll take the pico de gallo. That's a good choice. I'll take the fajita plate. Great choice. I'll take the number 7. Okay, do you want chicken or queso? Queso! Oh my God, I love that guy. I love that streamer. Oh, it's so good. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I mean, I'll just get the number 7. I don't. Okay, fine. I'll get the enchilada plate. There, you made me say it. Oh my God. I can't go anywhere without sounding like a really white tourist who tries to pronounce everything and be eccentric. But it's not all doom and gloom. I went to a lot of flea markets growing up where my dad taught me the most important phrase you'll ever need in Spanish. ¿Cuánto por este? So I'm set. And if you don't know what that means, you should totally go to more flea markets, and I will happily go with you. Woo! Yes. Leaving my community to come to Austin was definitely a very big culture shock to me. I work with the UT shuttle system on campus, so I drive vans. That wasn't even the joke yet. So I drive vans on the highway and on campus. Like I said, very different culture out here. You know, back home, I would like drive around in my truck and I'd be like, hey. Meanwhile, like the nice little wave people give you here is, oh my God, get out of the way. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. Merging is so scary out here. But overall, there are like so many more people out here than in Pearsall. And I honestly hadn't met like new people in like 5 years before coming out here. So like prepping to come to college, I was watching a ton of those TikToks that are like, here's what you do with the first week. Here's how you make friends. Here's how you have conversation. And with all this knowledge, I was ready. And I would find people in the dining hall that were perfectly fine by themselves, and I would sit in front of them, and I would force conversation. Hey, what's your name? What's your major? Yeah, okay, where are you staying? In this dorm? Cool. And then we'd share Instagrams, and we'd never talk again. It was either that or I'd like sit by myself and act like the main character. And I'd be like super mysterious, and like I think people would come up to me and like sit with me, which didn't happen. But like, wow, I was really good at this communications thing. I love my major. Sorry, I mean like specifically RTF though, like radio, television, and film. It's the best major, some would say. Or like people hate on Yik Yak and add like a iFunny meme under it. By the way, I do have to say Yik Yak has some of the unfunniest people ever. Oh my God, for an app mostly used by like freshmen, the posts feel like they're being made by the class of 2030 parent support group, or like people who dress like the Lorax. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I made this my phone background so I could show y'all. This was posted today. This is not, I'm sorry, it's really not that funny. It's not. But, you know, it's a pretty interesting app. And recently it had this event going on called Yak Match. Where you filled out, you know, some interest and then they'd partner you with someone to chat with. And I thought I was going to finally have my meet cute moment. Like, and I filled it out. And I got a match. And they responded to me. That's really crazy. And the conversation was actually going pretty well. And I learned that my match was a finance major, which was the first mistake on my part, who just, like, loved film. And he was actually the guy who convinced me to get Letterboxd. Oh. And the first person I ever followed on the app, isn't that so dreamy? I know. How dare I let a man convince me to do anything? But the last time someone showed interest in me, it was like back in Pearson. He was my cousin. And he knew he was my cousin. So like, I mean, it was a really small town. Obviously, I was like, no. But like, I needed this. Like, just let me have this, please. Anyways, we continued talking about movies we liked, and then the conversation started changing to like getting to know each other. And he told me he was from San Antonio. I was like, yes, I love San Antonio. Oh my gosh. Yes, shout out San Antonio. And so I was like, well, people don't know where Pearsall is, so I'm going to use my same old move. Oh, I'm from the San Antonio area. So he's like, wow, where? That's so cool. And so I'm like, oh, it's like Pearsall. I just say that because it's like nobody knows where Pearsall is. And I kid you not, he never responded to me ever again. He never messaged me back. I mean, I guess maybe comparing Pearson and San Antonio like disrespected the Riverwalk or something, or like maybe I forgot the Alamo. Oh my, dang it! I mean, you know, you win some and you lose a lot, but another enlightening moment I had, you know, being here on campus happened within like the first month. I decided to walk down Speedway because I wanted free stuff. Shout out free stuff. Yeah, shout out free stuff. But it was like late August, so I was like sweating my ass off, and like the free fans that I was getting from Spirit Org saying, just pay $500 and you can go to a football game with us, just wasn't cutting at this point. So I continued walking around, however, and I found a very interesting table. They were giving out iced drinks for free. So obviously I stopped by. And the people there, they seemed fine enough. The drinks had cool names like Political Punch and Liberty Lemon. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And like every org, they asked for your number and they asked for your email. So I'd been putting in random phone numbers because I didn't want a bunch of text messages, but I was gonna give them my email. I mean, like, you know, be a good person on that level. So I did that, and I got my Political Punch, and I went on my way. Thanks for the pick-me-up, Turning Point USA. I didn't know what org they were at the time, I promise. But I'd been getting weird stares while I was drinking my punch, so maybe I kind of looked like when I was doing it. I don't know. There was a turning point for that org like a week after that happened, though, so. Why I wasn't getting emails for a while. I mean, for one point I was up to my neck in meeting notifications, and then like, whoops. You know, I think the hardest part about writing this stand-up segment has to have been finding a way to end it. And I've been thinking about it for a while, and honestly, I had nothing. I was thinking of just using a horse joke. Does anybody want to hear a horse joke? Yeah! Sadly, I can't think of any. So funny, right? So I had a really interesting conversation recently with Longhorn Late Night executive producer Zachary J. Williams about a very famous series known as Boss Baby. And I don't have jokes written for this. I just really feel like it needs to be talked about. I mean, do we all know what Boss Baby is? Yeah. Yes? That didn't sound like a lot of people, so for those who don't know, Boss Baby is a baby who's voiced by Alec Baldwin that wants to be CEO of a baby company, and he competes with other companies for affection. And for such a simple concept, Boss Baby truly built a world for itself. I mean, it's got 2 movies and 2 series on Netflix and a Christmas special. I mean, somebody's got to be loving this stuff. I don't want to think too hard about that, but you know, somebody likes it. Did you know there's a consultant baby? And it's not a Macomb student, Ayo. Lol. But in the first Boss Baby series, Boss Baby Back in Business, he almost loses his job to this consultant baby. So he's having to deal with that and mega fat CEO baby, who's like always on his ass about something or another, but all he wants is the corner office with the gold porcelain toilet. That stuff is stressful, but it honestly feels like a reflection of the struggles of business in modern society. And it's a feeling that Alec Baldwin helps bring to Boss Baby through Boss Baby. I mean, it's very difficult. It's no wonder he shot that cinematographer. Anyways, I have one more joke I'd like to share with you all. You've all been amazing. I've said it very many times in the past, but I feel like I have to include it for this first stand-up. A horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey." Horse says, "Sure." And that's all the time I have today. Have a great night, everyone.